And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted. Many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen steps away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's Williams.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Williams will try again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Javonte Williams with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On play action, Allen steps away to his left. Airing this one out for Evans.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Utah Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Prescott down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Williams. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Williams will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, Allen.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Allen off the play fake. This pass complete to Melton.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Allen's throw is complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Dobbins is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown was on his sheet. And you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Prescott on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Curry.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Prescott.
Out route to Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the air again, Prescott. Thomas brings it in. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong
touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown Dolphins! DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Taken in at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Final play of the half, Prescott. They're going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete there to Thomas. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, Prescott. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On second and 11 now. Prescott looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 45. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Albert Okwuegbunam from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here. Things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Prescott off play action. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. This is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. In motion, the tight end. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, left side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A first down throw for Prescott. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a give up the middle to Williams. To the 27-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. On play action, Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Fourth down, Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first and 10, Prescott out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
To throw on second and 10, Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games.
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you told me, though, defensively, you get your eyes on the wrong place, so
this determines in vogue in the NFL. Eye violations, the offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Allen's throw taken in by Chark.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Throwing is Allen.
He'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Allen.
That's going to be caught. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th. Now it's the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So Allen's going to look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
To throw, Prescott.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Prescott.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.